Alright, what's up, guys? We'll give it a couple of minutes to get rolling here, but welcome. Thanks for being here. If you're tuning in live and if you were joining us afterwards, thank you, of course, but you might want to skip ahead a little bit. You know the deal. So, we have much to discuss, but I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. So, yeah, this might take a little bit to get going. Not sure what's going on right now. But hey, Dustin, what's going on? Oh, you know, the usual. About the same. Let's see. Hold on. I never get notifications until I start a live stream. Looks like it's a YouTube comment, actually. It looks like Mike made a comment about himself in a video. Have to go back and check. Hey, Chet, what's going on, buddy? Hope everybody's having a good Sunday night or whatever time it is where you are. But it's it's Sunday evening in Las Vegas. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it, Chet. I could be doing better, but I could be doing worse. You know, some health issues today, but it was an otherwise pretty good day. I tried to live stream the second half of the bike ride today, and I had it all set up and ready to go. And then I hit the camera by accident, and it wiped out all the stuff, like everything that I had set up for the live stream. And like everybody was already rolling out, so I didn't have time to set it all up again. But I did film some shorts during the ride today. I've posted 2 of them already, and I'm going to post more. But it was a fun ride today. And I maybe should have sat this one out, but it was like the last cool weather we're maybe going to have for quite a while. So I didn't want to miss it, and my friends were there, and we had a good time, and I wanted to bring you guys, but it just didn't work out this time. But I'm going to try to not make that mistake again. I just hit my camera instead of like turning my phone screen back on Android Galaxies. You hit the button twice on the side to start the camera, and I hit it twice by mistake. You only hit it once if you want to pull up the screen that you were on, but I hit it twice and it deleted all the information that I'd put in for setting up the live stream. So I don't know, is what it is. Raul, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks to anybody who was able to come and take a little time, hang out, start some laser patterns tonight. I was just thinking, I guess I've used all of those size inner tubes. I got to get a new inner tube for the Schwinn. Go figure what else is new. I'm feeling a little run down today, Raul. Thanks for asking. But otherwise, well. Had a nice day with my friends riding bikes, and Sorry I couldn't bring you guys along live, but yeah, I don't know, but yeah, all in all, okay, I guess. Raul, how are you? And Shane, what's going on, buddy? And Lou, what's up? What's up? Great to see everybody that's here hanging out tonight. No back issues lately, knock on wood. I've had some sciatic nerve pain off and on last, I don't know, few weeks or so, but like not the typical back pain. I swear riding bikes is making a big difference with the back issues. Ever since I started pedaling all the time again, my back and my hips have felt very much better most of the time. It still happens. Like I still, that where I got hurt when I worked at that stupid job for a couple of weeks, I'm still having problems. I still feel it. Oh, I'm glad you're doing great. That's good to hear. But I swear, if you got chronic back issues and you're able to ride a bicycle, I recommend it. Like, go out and do it. And it's like, for me, just the last couple of months, especially, my back problems are still there, but a lot less bad. What's up, the legend? It does. It stretches. It just kind of, for me, it seems like it just sort of realigns my whole body after I've just been out pedaling for a while. So I don't know. I was glad, bleeding ulcers and all. I was glad to go out and pedal today. Probably shouldn't when it's like this, but it was a nice day and a lot of my friends went, and the ride starts like 6 blocks away and it was a really nice day, so I didn't want to miss it. Oh, that's cool. Glad to hear that. Yeah, it's a good way to put it, I guess. The legends. It's good for you. If you're able to get out and pedal once in a while, it'll do you some good. I can vouch for that. And, anybody says, well, I got, health and chronic, and well, I have colon cancer and ulcerative colitis, and I go out and pedal almost every day of the week, and I'm really glad that I do. I kind of attribute it to keeping me alive. Oh, nice. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, Raul. That's cool. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, riding bikes in groups has changed my life. Honestly, it's just such a wonderful thing to do, and I would encourage anyone that's able to, get out and do that and just figure something out. Even if you're not able to ride a traditional bicycle, there are alternatives, and just, get a group together and get out and have some fun. Hey, KC Girl is here. Hello. It's wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Yeah, no, that's understandable. I know if you got a physically demanding job, you don't want to pedal to and from it. Um, so I understand the e-bike thing. I've really thought more about e-bikes myself. I'm not in a position to buy one right now, but if somebody wanted to send me one to test and review, uh, I would certainly be happy to. I'm seeing a lot of bikes lately, e-bikes that are like 40 pounds, like mountain bike style. Um, they look like regular bicycles, but they're e-bikes and decently powerful and okay sized batteries. And so it'd be great if one of those companies would reach out right now and be like, hey, you kind of ride bikes similar to the ones that we make. Why don't you try one out? And I'd be like, okay. Yeah, it has been a while, KC Girl. Uh, well, I hope everything's okay, and it's always wonderful to see you. And around downtown Houston, That is freaking awesome. Houston is such a beautiful city. Like the skyline, the buildings and everything. I've driven through Houston a bunch. I've spent a little time in Houston actually. Um, but I've been through there a lot and I think the city is beautiful and awesome. Yeah, and I think that'd be pretty cool actually. So I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that, Raul. 500 watts is all you need, really. I mean, my last two bikes were 750, and that seems to be about standard for a full-size bike. But I mean, 500 watts is plenty to get you there and back. Nice. Hey, Renee, hello. It's good and bad today, Renee, but I hope you're doing well. Uh, I'm having a wonderful day, but uh, ulcers. But it's great to see you. I'm getting really excited about you guys coming to visit. The O's are coming to town soon, and I cannot wait to see them. Yeah, that's enough power for sure. Really. I mean, there's a lot to be said for having more than you need. Like, that's why I bought that Yamaha MT-09 a few years back. I didn't need that much, but it's nice to know that it was there, you know? And there really is something to be said for that. But you can also get by with a lot less power. So, I mean, the Ed and Judy scooter is a 350 watt front drive little commuter scooter, and that thing still cruises along nicely at 19 miles an hour, which is all I need it to do. So, I mean, you can get big wattage bikes that are super fast and cool, and I would certainly recommend that. Or you can get bikes and scooters that are what most would call just adequately powerful. And, that's good too. I would recommend that. 2 weeks from today. Awesome, Renee. I'm so glad. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing well. Oh, looking forward to riding with Steve and hanging out with both of you. If, together or separately, however it can be worked out. So, getting pretty exciting. Or I'm getting pretty excited. Um, I'm always I'm always excited to see the O's. Um, and anybody that wants to come and visit, but I've spent some time with Steve and Renee here in Las Vegas, and we've had a lot of fun, and can't wait to do that again. Wow, 60,000 miles on it. That's awesome. That's really pretty good. I mean, I know they're generally reliable. I mean, there's not a lot that can go wrong other than, I mean, if the controller is good and you don't overload the controller, most of the other like e-bike components, they're generally reliable. There's not much that'll go wrong if it's a decently made bike. And that is a ton of miles though. Yeah, no, I can understand that. As if hell, the roads in downtown Las Vegas lately almost require fat tires. My bikes had fat tires, and I really enjoyed them. The Cheetah, The full suspension one. There's a defect in the head tube, I guess. I mean, I could never get the headset to work right, but I did love riding that bike, and it was awesome off-road. I was getting to where I could blast airs on that thing. Oh, I understand. I fully understand, Renee. But, however we can work it out to, you know, eh, eh, get together somehow, do something, spend some time together. I know Steve's going to do the ride, and that's awesome. Um, but hopefully, we can. I don't want to cut into your vacation too much, but it'd be great to see you and Steve anyway. Depending on what can be worked out. But I know the deal. I know how it goes. No, I'm sure you're right, the legend. But right now, all the roads in downtown Las Vegas are torn up for construction and everything, and just bumpy and lumpy, and potholes and bumps and cracks and ruts, and it's pretty terrible. Um, there are some good spots, but most in my neighborhood, like every street is torn up right now. Has some construction or cones or something on it, and it's frustrating. And I would benefit from, like, I went out on a skinny tire bike today and got a flat tire. The Schwinn has a flat back tire now. Rod noticed it when we were getting something to eat after the ride. He's like, "Your back tire's flat." I was like, "No way, no effing way! I got another stinking flat tire." But sure enough, it's got a slow leak that's turning into a faster leak every time I pump it up. But what are you gonna do? Hmm. Yeah, so I can understand your frustration, I guess. Then the legend. Oh, I think somebody stuck a 700 by like 28 Presta valve tube in the back tire of this Schwinn. Um, I'm gonna have to look at the numbers on the side of the tire and get the appropriate tube for it, I guess. A couple of them, maybe. Um, the weekend that the O's leave Vegas, or the weekend after that, I was sitting talking with the boys today about taking the Prim ride, going from downtown Las Vegas to California, ultimately state line. Um, and we're gonna try and work that out for, I guess ultimately later in the month, next month, and it should be good. That's gonna involve going some dirt roads for a while, but it should be a lot of fun. I don't know. I got to get a magnifying glass or something. It's got a really old tire on the back. So I got to see what numbers I can read off the side of it, but I'm going to have to like turn on a bright light and zoom in on it with my phone camera or something to try and see, because I wasn't able to just read it with my bad eyes. But whatever it is, we'll try to get it fixed. And I have it up for sale. I have like all three of my working bikes up for sale right now, and getting no action on them sadly this weekend. Uh, but if I still have the Schwinn, which I would love to have by then, I was gonna do it on the $10 bike, but I'm gonna have to spend too much to get that thing going properly. So maybe I'll do it on a 50-year-old Schwinn instead. That sounds about right, the Legend. I mean, eyeballing it, it looks like about a 27 by 1 1/4, I would say. Um, it is bigger than a 700. Huh, okay. Because I got a 700 on the front, and I couldn't stretch a 700 tire on this back wheel. But whatever. I'll get the numbers. I'll figure it out. But they will take a beating, though, won't they? I mean, the rest of the bike is awesome, and I worked it pretty hard today. I guess it was the slow ride, but it was a brisk slow ride. Um, and it was a good long ride, decent ride. We covered a lot of ground today. Went a lot of cool places. Did what we do, but it's a really enjoyable ride, a bike to do it on. A really enjoyable ride, but the Schwinn is a really enjoyable bike to do it on. Yeah, no, I know. Uh, what was it gonna? No, there's a 29 by 1.75 on a 700C rim on a bike that I got. So I know people do it, but I couldn't put a 700 tire on this Schwinn back wheel. I couldn't stretch it without damaging the rim. Um, hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna get the numbers off of this side tire, or the side of the tire, and see if I can find the correct inner tube so nothing's getting stretched or maxed out. I'm pretty sure it's a 700C tube, Presta valve tube, thin Presta valve tube, because I took it apart and put it back together when I tried to put a different tire on it. Um, but I'll see if I can get a more appropriate tube, make sure there's nothing that's pinching or poking or anything on there. I checked it over pretty well and it didn't look like it. The rim strip was still okay. But I'll go over it again and make sure, because I'm tired of fixing tires. I mean, there's been a whole lot of that lately. But anyway, one of the shorts that I posted earlier got some pretty good views already, and I appreciate all you guys for that. Thanks to anyone who commented on it. That makes sense. No, I mean, really, yeah, that sounds about right. And I'm pretty sure you're right as to what it is. I'll just double check. It might be a wider tire than normal on the back. It looks like about a 32. It looks like the width of a 700 by 32, which is what is on the front of the bike. So, yeah. I have a buttload of 26-inch tires and tubes right now. I'm probably going to sell the rims off of the GT. I haven't been able to get that rack thing off of the GT frame. So I think I'm going to sell the rest of the parts off of that thing and then cut that rack off of the frame somehow and then have to restore the frame. I hate getting rid of the original blacklight paint job on a 1993 GT Karakoram, but it's a little bit scratched up, so I'm going to have to take it down to bare metal, do a little body filler, primer, base coat, clear coat, and new decals. I think I'm going to make it white. I don't know. We'll see. So I hate that I can't keep it original, but I'm going to eventually turn it into like the dream extreme dad bike. But in the meantime, I'm going to have a 32-year-old set of Arreas 26s with tires if anybody's interested. And a 1993 Shimano Dior LX group set. I might make that thing a single speed. I saw a cool single speed converted vintage mountain bike in the ride today, and it really got me thinking. I want to turn the Schwinn into I got a crazy idea actually, a 2-speed with a fixie gear in the back, because it has a front freewheel. So I want to keep the front derailleur on it, get rid of the rear one, get a smaller chain with I'd have to add a tensioner though if I still keep shiftable gears up front, to make it to where I can shift the front derailleur but the rear one would be gone, and it'd just be, I don't know. I'll show you if I ever get to do it. Would like to keep that bike though. Uh-uh. But the back wheel on this bike, yeah, no, I understand. Yeah. But I think I can get it pretty well aligned because there's a rim kit to where you can put the fixed gear exactly where you want it. It's a thinner hub in the back. And there's not a huge gap between chain rings up front. Because I'd like to keep the front freewheel, which is kind of the appeal of a Schwinn Caliente from this time period. But the back wheel with the fixed gears on it and everything weighs like 10 pounds. So I think I could trim like 12 pounds off of this bike. Maybe it will. I mean, I might just have to switch out the whole thing. I mean, I might have to take a like a BMX bottom bracket and a 3-piece crankset and put that in there with a single chain ring and just make it a legit fixie. Yeah, I'll see. I'll see what's available at the time. If I'm able to do it, I'll have to buy a set of wheels for it. Or, like, there's a cheap bike actually down the road that's got fixie wheels on it. I could buy the whole bike for less than a set of wheels. So, I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. I gotta sell some bikes before before Thursday. What's up, Big Boys PEV? Uh, we'll see how it goes. There's a guy here that's got a Fixie Varsity, same frame size. So I'll have to see what he did. Huh. I don't think I'd put a 160 on there. It's got at least a 165 on there now. I think it'll take a 170 just fine because it's got plenty of clearance. And that one-piece crank from back in the days got to weigh 5 or 6 pounds by itself. That two-piece crank, that two-piece carbon fiber crank that I had on the Scott Speedster, like you just couldn't even feel that. It was so light. That's true, yeah. I mean, if I'm losing a little bit of height that way, but it's got a lot of clearance. I mean, I've been leaning into some turns while pedaling on this bike and just nowhere close to scraping. So it's got considerably more clearance than my Trek mountain bike does, and I want to say it's got 170s on it, or one. I don't think it's got 175s. No, I had 172 and a halves on the Scott, the carbon fiber crank set. That's about perfect for me and my height, but I don't think I'd put 172 and a halves on the Schwinn. Maybe 170s. Yeah, that's cool. I wouldn't mind making this Schwinn quite a bit lighter, and it wouldn't take a lot. I mean, just switching out the back wheel and the crankset would probably save 10 or 12 pounds. Yeah, when you race, you definitely want to have the good stuff. But I don't want this thing to be too fancy, especially if I'm making it a daily. If I'm leaving it places locked up, I don't want to have too much nice stuff on it. I'd almost rather just get like some Amazon wheels and a generic crankset, not draw any extra attention to it. The frame does weigh a lot. I mean, this bike, even if I put lightweight components on it, it's still going to weigh, 25 or 26 pounds. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? Shout out to Mike, uh, who experienced Cakes for the first time today and treated your boy to breakfast. Thanks again, buddy. I appreciate you very much for that. But we went and hung out at the Broken Yoke after the ride today, and it was absolutely wonderful. And I have Mike to thank for that, so thank you, buddy. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I was looking at one of those actually the other day. There was one for 120 bucks, but it was like a 51 centimeter. And there's no way I'm gonna ride it, and it's hard to sell smaller frame bikes, but it's a hell of a deal. A couple $1,000 bike for 120 bucks. I should have just gotten the parts off of it, I guess. Every now and then you just find crazy deals like that. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, seriously, that's my favorite place to eat breakfast food in like the whole downtown area. I don't think there's anything that really competes with it. I think you're probably a believer now, too, Mike. Yeah, if you're ever in the downtown Las Vegas area and you want like as good of a breakfast as you're gonna get around here, go to the Broken Yoke on Carson and Las Vegas Boulevard. Just a couple of blocks, like one block actually, south of Fremont Street, and it'll change your life. I'm still feeling it. I'm still on a high from Cakes and the breakfast skillet, the meat lovers. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's as good as any breakfast I've had in the greater downtown area for sure. But it was awesome to get to have. It was like lunchtime, but we all had breakfast, and it was great to just chill outside on the patio on a beautiful day with the boys. So thanks again, Mike. That was a wonderful, awesome experience. It's a good atmosphere in that place too. Yeah, well, I know you got to get up super early tomorrow. I'm gonna pack it in after this. I have to have a very productive and successful day tomorrow, or it's not gonna be good. But I hope you have a great day at work tomorrow, Mike, and a good week. Looking forward to seeing you uh, for a bike ride again soon. Yeah, you too, the legend. Everybody that's got to get up super early and go do what they do. I got to get up super early and do what I do. I got to process one whopping eBay order over the weekend. That's all I sold this weekend was one thing on eBay and no bikes. It's bike riding season, and I have three really good bikes ready to go. Oh, I used to do that. I used to own a bagel shop when I was young and had to be there every day by 5 o'clock in the morning, like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, 7 days a week. And that got old after a while because sometimes I was still a DJ then too. So a lot of times I'd finish a DJ gig around 2 o'clock or so in the morning, and then just like stay up for a couple hours and go to work again, and that sucked. But hey, I owned a bagel shop. That's not too bad. Yeah, you still got some day left. Oh yeah. Yep. Well, we'll always we'll always have the Cakes. But yeah, Mike, take it easy, brother. I hope to have an equally wonderful bike ride with you on Wednesday. Yeah. No, I've had my fun with physical work over the years myself, but I couldn't do it anymore. I do enjoy that kind of work. I'm just not able these days. But tomorrow I got to list a bunch more things for sale, like a set of rims off of the GT, and I have another wheel with a gator skin tire on it, a nice Continental gator skin tire, a 700C wheel. I thought it was a 650, but it's a 700. Yeah, I've had to do that sort of thing before. I know it can wear on you. It's like I'm paying the price now that I'm now that I'm 48 and dying of cancer, my body really feels all the hard things that I did when I was young. Like, it catches up, but I started early. I started getting hurt at a really young age. Yeah, just wait another 8 years, the legend. When I was 40 years old, I was invincible. I could bench press 305 pounds. I could run a 5 minute mile. I could do all kinds of things. But now, 8 years later, I'm dying and slow. Yeah, I could do it too. I was 6'3". Well, I still am 6'3". 6'3", 235 pounds of solid muscle. Ah, there you go. But yeah, I was an athlete from the age of 5, a sponsored athlete from the age of 9. Uh, I put my body through hell, and there's just no way I can do it anymore. Hmm. Hey, Paula, what's going on? It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a better one than I could have. Yeah, no, I used to get that too when I was your age, the legend. But like it hits like mid to late 40s, everything changes. You'll see. Oh, is he? That's amazing. I mean, that's really awesome what he's doing out there, Paula. Good for him. I remember talking to him about that when it was just an idea. Oh, I got good genetics too. I mean, my whole family is athletes, but you push it too hard, and one day, you run into the wall, and that's just the way it is. Remember, I said that. You'll see. I mean, when I was your age, I thought exactly the same thing. I got good genes. I'm strong. Nothing's ever going to happen. So, they call it tempting fate. It's not a good idea. No, I heard about that, Shane, and I hope you're doing better now. I guess there's something going around. No, legends never die, but they do get old and wear out. I promise you that. Hey, JPL Rides, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. I'll have to go back and check. I had a real busy morning today, Paula. I wasn't really able to get to anything. But update on the Prem ride, trying to do it either like the 17th or the 24th. I think I sat down, we were talking about it today, actually. Rod, Christian, Mike, and I think, I don't know who else is coming, but hopefully we can get a good handful going out there. But we're going to be leaving early from the llama lot on a Saturday, I guess. So probably the 17th or the 24th. I gotta see that. I gotta go check that out, because you know how I feel about cats. Honestly, I'm so far behind on everything The Legend. There's 11 hours of video of mine that I haven't sorted through yet. You know, I'm so far behind. I did make it over to your page, The Legend. I think I'm subbed to you. I tried to anyway. I got to go back and check. Every time I try to do anything on YouTube lately, it seems like the phone rings, or there's somewhere I gotta go, or something I gotta do, or I don't know. Oh, nice. Critical mass. I forgot that there was a critical mass. That's awesome, though. I'm so glad to hear that, JPL Rides. They just opened their eyes today. That's awesome. I love cats. Daryl Lynn, what's up? Lurking in Texas, 102. Oh, it only got up to like 70 in Vegas today. It was a nice cool day. It started getting windy today, yeah. Wow, 62 in LA and 58 in Northern California. Wow. It's actually, I got the notification on my phone earlier. It was a beautiful sunny day here. Like not a cloud in the sky pretty much for a while. And then I got a notification on my phone saying rain to end within the next hour. It's like, it's raining? It wasn't actually raining here, but I guess close by it was. 90s all week. Well, it's coming up on that time of year, I guess. Summer is going to be brutal, but it will come and go. It always does. It never gets any easier to take. I swear, like, the more summers I spend in the desert, the worse it gets. But you know, what are you gonna do? I love living in Vegas, and it gets really hot here. Well, anybody who's working outside, JPL Rides, if you work outside in Vegas, they have to provide like a shady spot where you can go and cool off. They have to give you water. They have to give you a certain amount of time to rest. So, I mean, people still work outside here in the summertime. You just gotta be careful. It's the sun really that gets you. The heat is terrible, but the desert sun will really screw you up. But yeah, it's gonna be a long, hot summer, I'm sure. Hey, John, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. I hope you had a good weekend. Hope you enjoyed this beautiful, cool weather that we had. Today was a really nice day in the downtown area, except for a little bit of wind in the afternoon. But good to see you, John, and I'm glad you're here. And everybody that's chilling, hanging out, staring at laser patterns with me. I'm going to post a couple more short videos. Thanks to everybody who checked out the shorts that I posted today. We had a fun ride this morning, and I wanted to stream it live, and I got the second part, I got a stream set up for the second part of the ride, and then I hit the camera button. I turned the camera on by accident, and it wiped out all the stuff that I had entered for the live stream, and everybody was leaving, and I didn't have time to do it again, so I'm sorry I couldn't. I was going to try and share the second half of the ride with you guys today, but I did get a lot of short videos of the ride, shorts that I'll be posting, and I put a couple of them up already, and thanks to everybody who's already checked those out. Let's see what the numbers are on them. Some of them, one of them got some pretty good views already today. Like the first one I posted is at 1,081 views so far. That was just a few hours ago. Let's see, 1,082 now. Or is it? Can you see it down there? So, hey, Isle Hikes, what's going on, buddy? Oh. Yeah, great to see you, Isle Hikes, and I'm glad you're here. Well, I mean, I'm never going to get rich off of posting shorts, but just, trying to stay relevant anyway. Little snippets of what's going on. I'm going to try and post a couple of shorts every day if I can. Just try and get things that are interesting enough. I got a handful that I haven't posted. So if I go out tomorrow, for instance, and don't find anything interesting to film, there's still a couple of things that I can post. But I lost a sub, but I was at 2,900. Now I'm at 28.99. But, slow and steady progress. It's getting there. And thanks to each and every one of you all, 2,899 of you that want to come back for more. I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. But glad you're here, Isle Hikes. And everybody that could pop in and hang out, stare at laser patterns for a little while. You know how we do. We haven't done this in a while. And I love to just sit and relax and catch up with you guys when I'm not, riding a bike with one hand and trying not to crash into other people, or, I like going and walking around on Fremont Street and stuff with you, but that's, it's hard to keep up with the chat and stuff too. So I really thank you guys for humoring me and coming, sitting and hanging out and doing what you do. When I can actually kind of interact with you better. Is Lainey Grace in the chat tonight? Lainey Grace in the stream. She commented on something of mine earlier, and haven't seen her in the chat in a little while. Anyway, might have to call her. I don't know. So if you're here, Laney Grace, let us know. If not, I'll maybe reach out to you later or tomorrow. Make sure everything's good. Yeah, it's it's hard to get wound up about anything when we're just chilling and staring at laser patterns, you know? Like I need to just relax and wind down and get ready for a big day tomorrow. I gotta sell some crap tomorrow. I'm falling behind. I got no action on any of my stuff today. And it seems odd. It was a beautiful day to buy a bike, a beautiful day to ride a bike. I have three wonderful bicycles for sale at the moment, and they're just not getting any action. Oh, that's nice. I haven't been out in a walk for on a walk for a few days now. Maybe we go take a walk tomorrow. Depending on what the weather's like, I'm gonna have ants in my pants. There's a few more things that I can list for sale, and then I basically just have to wait for somebody to come and buy something and hope that they do before the end of the week. Or I'm gonna have to find a nice part of the sidewalk to set up a tent or something. It's too early to stress out about that. But I mean, just like no action on any of the things that I have for sale this weekend. I sold one thing on eBay and I'm gonna net like $2 and change off of it. But like people aren't buying things like the kinds of things that I sell like they used to. But when we went to breakfast this morning, or like this afternoon, when we went to breakfast this afternoon after the bike ride at the Broken Yoke, we were waiting like half an hour for a table outside. That place was overflowing. What do I think about the Bee Gees? I don't know. They're good, I guess. Well, hey, might not be a bad idea. Legend. Uh, Paula, I didn't know. Maybe I haven't been getting her. I gotta check and see if I'm getting her notifications. Like, I know I got a notification the other day saying that she wasn't she was missing a day or something. Um, but I don't know. I gotta go see. That's might be notification issues again. I know a lot of people have been having luck with AliExpress parts. I know you've mentioned a thing or two about it, JPL rides. If I were to buy some new parts, I'd probably consider that. Some of the factories that I deal with for lights and other stuff, even lingeries, where I got used to factories where I used to get my lingerie brand manufactured. Uh, some of them also made bike parts. Oh, I didn't realize. She's doing the streams at 5:30 now. Yeah, I'm usually up before that. But I'm always busy. When she's doing her streams, I'm always like rushing around doing all my morning stuff. I try to pop in or sometimes have it on in the background or something, but I can't ever really sit and watch and interact. But I hope she's doing better. Now, I know Shane was not feeling well earlier in the week. Chris was not feeling well. I had a couple of days, couple of off days this week, but that's normal for me. Um, but yeah, it's like I think the hot and cold has a lot to do with it too. Like this is the time of year where it can be either or anything in between, and it messes with your immune system. You know, the fluctuating weather patterns and temperature changes, it takes a toll. So I know a lot of people have been getting sick lately. Anyway, I gotta have a productive, lucrative week. I know probably everybody does. Oh, yeah, you gotta keep the mama cat happy. Oh, yeah, food poisoning. Knock on wood, it's been a while for me. I got really bad food poisoning from an A&W restaurant a while back, and that was horrible. A friend of mine died ultimately from food poisoning. He went into the hospital with food poisoning, developed a staph infection, had his legs amputated to try and save him, and then was dead the next day. God bless him. So it's no joke. You gotta be careful with that stuff. Oh, yeah, I know. JP's mentioned the tacos. I just can't eat the Jack's tacos anymore. Like I've just had too many of Jack in the Box tacos, and now it just like looking at them kind of makes me feel sick. I used to love them. I used to eat those things all the time. Oh, that's a shame. And it's I don't know. I try to be careful what I eat because I don't know. I'm ultimately gonna die of digestive problems. So I have to be more careful now, I guess. I don't know why the system held a message for review, but it's not letting me pull it up, whatever it was. Normally it'll let me at least see it and decide if I want it to be posted or not, but it's not letting me do that. So I don't know. I don't know what the comment was. I might have something running in the background. Yeah, I suppose it has. JPL rides. I don't know what the comment was or whose it was. It's not letting me pull it up. But yeah, the YouTube is certainly a bit sensitive. Huh. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I used to love those Jack in the Box tacos, but now I just can't eat them anymore. Just being close to them kind of makes me sick. You know, I gotta say, the 7-Eleven hot food is not bad. It's really not. Hey, Irving's here. Huh. Well, I'm glad you're here, Irving. Okay, I just got a notification from Paula, so I'm glad. And Paula, I did just get your Instagram notification. I'll check that later. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that it's you never know. You never know what YouTube is gonna have a problem with. You know, I've pulled up comments that it held for review that there is nothing like nothing that should have raised any concern whatsoever, but it just triggered something in their system, and I don't know. I don't know how it works, but yeah, it's all good though. Yeah, don't worry about it. It is what it is. YouTube is kind of finicky. Yeah, no, I agree, Shane, but sometimes they flag comments and it just doesn't make any sense as to why. So, I don't have a problem with most of the comments that, people post. We just try not to discuss politics or religion to any degree, really. Um, a couple other things that we try to steer clear of. But other than that, I mean, for me, I don't really care. Post what you want to post, but sometimes YouTube has other ideas about it. Oh, the new phone thing, that's the learning curve, I guess, but good for you for getting a new phone. I tried to get a new phone the other day actually on a different network, and they said it was going to be completely free and everything, and then you got to pay $58 for taxes or whatever. And it's like, okay, whatever, I'll try to do that. I actually had the money the other day, uh, and it's like I can get a new phone and save money, save like $600 a year on phone bill payments. And they wouldn't take my card. It's like, your card is invalid. It's like, no, it's not. I promise you, I used it for two other things already in the same day. It's fine. So it didn't work out. But that's the frustrating part too. If you can't just easily like transfer everything from one to the other, like I guess there's a way to do that, but I didn't do it that way last time. And I had to spend like an entire day taking all the stuff off of one phone and putting it on the other. I have a Verizon phone too, Paula. A Samsung. My Samsung Galaxy S23 Plus is getting. It's starting to show its age. That's the one I'm doing this live stream on right now. It's been a good phone, but it's almost 2 years old now. I think next month it'll be 2 years old, and it's had a couple of issues lately. You guys have experienced some of that, like where I wasn't able to live stream for a little while, and There's other problems that I had to like reset a bunch of stuff. Oh, nice. I was gonna get a 24 Ultra. They were gonna give me an S24 Ultra for free if I trade this one in on a different network. Um, I could have paid like 200 or 300 for the S25 Ultra or the S24 Ultra for free, and I was gonna get that actually, and then they wouldn't take my card information. They said it was wrong, and I said it was not. I even chatted with the guy. He's like, "Can you enter in a different card?" I was like, "No, my money is on this card, this account." Huh. I don't know. I don't really use the pen anyway. Oh, that's cool, Paula. We have basically the same phone. Mine has a slightly bigger battery, which I got this one. I didn't need the Ultra when I got this phone. I almost got the S23 Ultra. Um, but I was like, you know what? I think the S23 Plus is going to be enough because it was. I got this one because I thought it would be better for like DoorDash and Uber Eats, just more basic and to the point. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna get next. You know, doing streams, it's got to be at least a decent phone. Um, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. I was gonna switch to T-Mobile actually, and I can save like $50 a month. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was gonna basically get the same plan that I have now, but on a different network, and get a free phone, and it's gonna wind up being $48 less a month. I'm gonna have to try and work that out here soon, I think. I gotta say, you know, I've been with Verizon for a lot of years now, and it is very good. I mean, the service has been very good. I'm not gonna lie. But everybody I know, I rarely leave the Las Vegas Valley, and T-Mobile is really, I mean, you can't really tell a difference between the two here in Las Vegas. Verizon is very good service though, and I've always trusted it. There's only been a couple of times where like the service has dropped in this area over the years. Yeah, it's been about that long for me too. I suppose like mid 2000s is when I got Verizon, I guess. Oh wow, that's cool. Yeah, my dad used to do a lot of international traveling before he retired and had Verizon, and it always seemed to be fine. Man, I'm kind of wiped out from earlier. That was a good ride, and then tons of food afterwards. I'm still feeling sluggish from all that food earlier. True, I agree. You know, I normally don't replace things until I need to, but my phone has been a little finicky lately. And if I could get nearly as good service for a lot less money, that would be of some benefit to me at this point. So it's still up in the air. I'm going to call Verizon actually and be like, hey, I've been with you guys a long time. and I'm thinking about going somewhere else. So, what do you got for me? Yeah, Meridian Heights. This is just a tiny hole in an old inner tube. I don't think there's anything that I did this time to get a flat necessarily. I'm always very cautious of where I ride. But it's an old bike, an old tire, an old inner tube, and it had just run its course, I guess. I've had a lot of different bikes in just the last couple of weeks, and the problem I seem to have with these flip bikes is they've all got bad tires and tubes, or just like old tires and tubes, I should say. So it's no wonder that I'm replacing them all the time, but it is still a hassle. No, I agree with you, the legend. But a lot of people that I know that are streaming here in Vegas off of T-Mobile have like the same kind of results that I get. So, I had T-Mobile before as a second line, even when I had Verizon, and it wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't quite as good as Verizon. At the time anyway, that was true. I think it's a little closer now, but I don't know. I'm still up in the air. I'm gonna talk to Verizon and say, hey, I'm trying to be loyal here, but you got to give me, $50 a month is quite significant on a phone bill. You know, it's like, hey, if you can give me a new phone or cut my bill down a little bit, I'll stay with you. I'm happy to stay with Verizon as long as they make it worth it. But lately, it seems like all the new customers that switch to Verizon are getting all the good deals, and it just sucks for everybody that's been with the company for a while. Like I'm paying a monthly phone payment. Well, I guess I got like another couple of months of that, but and everybody else that signs up right now is just getting a free top of the line phone, Apple or Samsung or whatever. Yeah, we'll see, the legend. We'll see what works out. I'm going to talk to them and see if they have anything to offer. And otherwise, I do just have a couple more payments on this phone, but the phone, maybe I can reset it. Maybe it's just overloaded. It's not a bad phone. The battery is still pretty good. So I don't know. It's up in the air. I'm going to think it over, see what makes the most sense, see what anybody has to offer, and then, just take it from there. No, I agree. I'm probably gonna call them first and be like, "Hey, I was gonna do something online, but what can you do for me?" But I'll deal directly with them. But let's see. The battery's still holding on for now. Now all of a sudden the shorts just aren't getting any action. Last night before I went to bed, the Schwinn one was at like 400 views. Well, as I was winding down last night, and it's like, yeah, man, I can't believe that didn't get more views. And then, like, within a period of an hour, it went up to like 1,300. It's weird like that with the shorts. Sometimes they get no action, and then all of a sudden it just starts jamming. But right now, there's really nothing happening. The one that I posted most recently only has 122 views. The one I posted just like an hour or two before that has 1,101 views. It's weird like that. You never know what you're going to get. Huh. Well, that's good. I'll have to see what they're willing to do for me. Be like, hey, everybody's getting good deals here. You're enticing all these new customers, but what are you going to do for the old customers? Anyway, what time is it? Man, it feels late. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what about those of us who have been paying our bill every month for 20 years? What do you got for us? Uh-oh. Well, that's good. I'm glad, Paula, and thank you. That was one I posted yesterday. I posted two from the llama lot yesterday. I didn't film them then. Well, I guess I did film the Schwinn one yesterday, but the Gary Fisher mountain bike one I filmed the other day. I posted that one yesterday. That one has 852 views now. The Schwinn one has 1,312. Those are the ones I posted yesterday. Trying to get the shorts numbers up. Trying to make it to where every one goes over 1,000. But that's, you just can't count on that. Some of them will, some of them won't. Man, I'm feeling like I'm kind of getting a second wind, but I'm really tired. Like my eyes are tired, my body's tired, but my brain's kind of like, all right, let's go do something. That's not good because I need to wind down and get an early start tomorrow. I'm tired but wired, if that makes sense. All the nutritional value of the food I ate earlier is just kind of popping right now. I must have eaten like 5,000 or 6,000 calories worth of food at the Broken Yoke. Thanks again, Mike. That place is so good. Seriously, Las Vegas Boulevard and Carson, downtown, the Broken Yoke, the breakfast spot in downtown Las Vegas. My favorite, anyway. I mean, you can't say anything is really the best. It's subjective, when it comes to food. But in my opinion, the Broken Yoke is as good of a place to eat for breakfast as anywhere in downtown Las Vegas. And it was wonderful to sit outside on the patio today on a beautiful day and eat good food. But they have this stuff there called the Cinnacakes. It's like cinnamon roll pancakes. And, you see it on the menu, and the guy, like, first time we went there, the waiter was telling us about it. He's like, you got to try these. And I saw the pictures, like, yeah, it looks good, but I don't know. And then Rod got the big stack, and he's like, here's take a bite, trust me. cut off a bite and ate it. It's like, oh my God. That's the best pancakes that I've ever eaten in my entire life. And I've been to Dupar's. So, oh, nice. That's good. Oh, $300? And dancing drums? That's cool. I used to do very well with the dancing drums myself. Dancing drums and 88 Fortunes. I always enjoyed playing those, actually, Paula. But good for you, winning some money. Glad to hear somebody is. Maybe that's what I ought to do. I don't even have any money to play, though. I can't even go down and put anything into a slot machine right now. I got everything tied up. But we are about due for a jackpot. What was I gonna say? I feel like I'm forgetting something that I meant to tell you, and now I just can't remember. I'm just kind of run down. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, Mind and body are just tired. Right now, like I'm kind of wired and tired, but still like more tired than wired. But like my brain still wants to go. It's kind of like there's a few more things we could do today, be a little more productive, but my body's just like, nope. And we've already done enough today. Time to get some rest and then hit it hard in the morning. I hope, I've done all right. Like Monday through Wednesday seem to be like the busiest days for selling bikes. So I hope that holds true this week. I need to sell at least one of them by Wednesday, or who knows. I can't count on Uber Eats anymore, man. Like every time I log into DoorDash, DoorDash still thinks I'm using a car. So they try to send me on all these forever long deliveries. And like, I'm just not doing that on a bicycle. For one, I don't want to go that far on one delivery on a bicycle. And two, it's not fair to the customer because when they're that far, a person in a car would get there faster. But if they're close by, but I never get close by ones on DoorDash, it seems like unless they're like nothing payouts. But the Uber Eats, I got two tip bait orders within a period of like 10 days where you think you're going to get $7 or $8 on a short, easy delivery. And then the customer says some bullshit and pulls the tip afterwards. And you wind up getting like $2. So it's like, I'm not trying to go out and do that anymore. I have to work smarter than harder these days, and I can't go out pedaling my ass off for like $2 and $3. That's just not going to work. So I don't know. I might try logging in. I'll take the Trek out maybe tomorrow. See if I can get a couple of deliveries maybe. We might go live for that. I don't know. Might take a bike ride, might take a walk. Who knows? Make sure you got your notifications on, guys, if you're available. We might go to Fremont Street. I don't know. Like I said, in the morning, I'm going to get up early and list all of the rest of the things that I have for sale. I got to go through my record collection, too, the rest of my DJ records. I'll put those on Marketplace, too. I got some of them listed on eBay, but they're just kind of sitting there right now. Maybe I'll have better luck trying to sell them locally. Oh, I don't know what you mean exactly, Paula. What was I going to say? I feel like I'm forgetting something really important, but I just can't think of it right now. Too many things on the brain. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that you'll be working, JP, but it would be nice to see you tomorrow as well. Maybe we take a bike ride, maybe we take a walk. Maybe we're doing DoorDash and Uber Eats. Maybe we're just walking on Fremont Street. I don't know. But I got to put some things for sale in the morning. I'm going to take the rims off of the GT and clean them up and list those for sale. I ought to be able to get at least $100 for those with tires on it. It's a 32-year-old set of Arrayas that are in excellent condition. So we'll see. What? Oh, okay. I know what you mean, Paula. Yeah, no, I still have it. It's the one that got the flat tire. Like, it's flat. And that sucks, but I still have it. It's such a great bike, though. I really love riding that thing. I hope I can keep it. I need to sell it. If somebody wants to buy it for what I'm asking for it, I gotta let it go. That happened on the other Schwinn that I bought the other day, that single speed that I already sold. I pumped up the tire in the pawn shop when I was leaving with it, and it just blew. It's like, damn it, I gotta walk this thing all the way home from the far pawn shop now. But yeah, did that just the other day. I don't know if I pumped it up too hard or if it was just an old tire. It was a Presta-Valve tube, so it should have handled the pressure that I had in it, but I guess it was just an old tube. Scared the shit out of everybody in the pawn shop. There's like the maintenance guy in my building, like every time they evict somebody or like somebody moves out and leaves stuff behind, they have to save it for a while, but he says they got three bikes right now. I bought a couple of bikes from him already. He said they got three bikes coming available soon if nobody comes and gets them. I don't know what they are, but he says tomorrow or Tuesday they should be ready for me. And it's like I don't have the money right now, but it'd be great to buy those bikes. Whatever they are. I just need bikes that I can flip easily. I have three bikes listed for sale right now. I really need like five or six available at any given time. Yeah, no, it could be, but people buy them. People buy the heck out of Huffies, Schwinn's. Um, like they just say, "Oh, I see tons of those everywhere. They must be okay. I'll buy that." But right behind me sits a 2020 Gary Fisher Big Sur in excellent mechanical condition that you could buy for the same price as a new mountain bike at Walmart, and the people are still going to buy the new mountain bike at Walmart. Yeah. Well, I mean, I got a disposable bike sitting behind me too, a GMC Denali road bike that I'm into for about $10. And a lot of people really hate those and say, "Oh, they're disposable crap and you should never get one." And to some extent, they're absolutely right. I mean, disposable bikes to me seem like kind of a waste. I mean, if you want a brand new bike and you've only got so much money, then I understand. But I mean, you can buy a really good used bike for the price of a really cheap new bike. And the used bike will outlast the new bike for sure. So there is something to be said for the quality of a bicycle, absolutely. Well, no, I mean, if you're riding on Dura-Ace stuff, of course. I mean, that's cream of the crop, top of the line. Um, yeah, you can't, you know, go back to no name or low level. Like the lowest level Shimano components are no better than really cheap no name stuff, and it's all disposable. It's a shame because it's kind of a waste. If you do spend a little more money, you'll get some stuff that is of incredible quality. Like this bike right here has the original rear derailleur on it. It's 38 years old and it works perfectly. It's before the group set came out. It was the Shimano Mountain LX group set. And this bike has it, and it still works perfectly after, whatever, 37 years. I still got the $10 bike, but every time I touch it, something breaks, you know? Um, That's the one I wanted to ride to Prim. I wanted to ride from Las Vegas to California on a $10 bike. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to work that out. I mean, I can't. I need to put nicer parts on it, and I just can't afford to do that right now. So I might try and take the Schwinn. If I can get the Schwinn in order and I still have it, it's not getting a lot of action. Like, my any content that I've posted related to the Schwinn has done fairly well, but when I put it up for sale, it's getting no action at all. Nobody is interested in 50-year-old Schwinn road bikes right now. Um, so maybe I get to keep it. We shall see. But the $10 bike, I don't know what's going to become of that. I mean, I put a flat bar on it. Now it looks way cooler. It could be a good bike if I spent some money on it, but I got to spend some money on it. I got a Diamondback hybrid frame that I could do something with too. Front suspension fork, decent aluminum, not top of the line by any means, but not bottom of the line either. I might just list it for sale as a frame tomorrow. Just give me $20 for it. But yeah, if you missed it earlier, it could be the 17th of May or the 24th of May. when we do the Prim ride. I was talking to the boys about that today, and that's when I think, either of those weekends, I think is when most of them are available to do it. It shouldn't be a problem for me. So hopefully we can work that out. And as it looks right now, I'll either maybe be doing that on a Schwinn, an old Schwinn, or maybe possibly the $10 bike, or who knows what else I come across between now and then. There's this crazy Trek thing at the shop down the street that I really need to buy. I could probably get it for $100. It's like a big Trek cruiser bike with gears. It's like a stretched cruiser. You know what I mean? But it's a Trek. And it's weird. I've never seen one quite like it before. And I could have that thing for $100. We'll have to see what sells in the next couple of days or not. And if I can pull enough out, I'll probably get that thing. And I would imagine I could more than double on that bike because of it's got to be rare because it's the only one I've ever seen. So I don't know. That's something to think about. Yeah, no, I know the older GoPros are decent. The one that I started this channel with was a Hero 5 Black. The one I had most recently was a Hero 10 Black. I do have two of those IceFox cameras that they sent me, which aren't bad if you set them up exactly right. So I'm going to see what I can get out of two of those on the Prim ride, and I'll have the phone too. I might even go live some of the time, we'll see. But yeah, I do have action cameras, they're just not good. Yeah, Rick, unfortunately. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. Yeah, this is an old Presta-Valve tube. It's the one that's on the Schwinn. It's not quite the right size tube, but it fits in there, but it was old. It's clearly old. So I can't really treat it with slime very well at this point, but I could put a Schrader valve tube in there and slime it. If I'm going to use the Schwinn for the Prim ride, that's probably what I'll do. Tires that I can slime or put flat out in. Because that's going to be a long ride, and some of that's going to be on not paved roads. So I don't know, but yeah, it was just an old tire and tube on the Schwinn, Rick. So I mean, it was due. I guess I can't be too upset about it. I got through the whole ride today, and then Rod noticed that it was flat when we were at the restaurant earlier. I was able to pump it up, and it got me home. I was only, like less than a mile away from home. So it got me home, and then a few minutes later it was flat again. But it is what it is. Riding bikes in Las Vegas, you're gonna get flat tires. But I agree, slime can be a lifesaver. Absolutely. Certainly worth having some kind of tire treatment. If you can, tubes, whatever. It doesn't hurt. Well, yeah, I mean, putting armor, something to prevent anything pokey from getting through, is not a bad idea either. I used to do that on my BMX bikes. Yeah, I'd thought about that. Depending on what I can get for the tires, the weird sized tires on this Schwinn, I'll check it out. I've heard of them. I'm not sure if those are the ones I used or not, but I know they are certainly effective. I'm just tired of fixing tires. I really am. I mean, I do flip bikes, and it's something I'm going to have to do a lot, but I am certainly tired of it. Okay, yeah. I've seen those. I don't know I still don't know what I'm going to be riding for the Prim ride. But I want the tires to hold up for sure. I'm going to have to bring a spare tube at least for that. Yeah, I suppose you do, the legend. I mean, it's probably not a bad idea anywhere, really. I mean, around here, if you cut through somebody's front yard or something, you're going to get thorns and they're going to pop your tires. You could still run over a patch of thorns that blew out into the street, you know. I mean, you just never know. Broken glass, nails, things that you don't see. It really is a good idea to have some kind of tire and or tube protection. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to see what I can get for the Schwinn. I'm gonna try and keep that. I'd like for that to be the bike that I take to Prim, I guess, if I can't use the $10 bike. So I'll see what I'm able to find that fits that bike, since I have to replace the rear tube anyway. I wonder if I could get a gravel tire in that size. I'm gonna have to go through some dirt on the way to Prim. I had to see what kind of tires they make. And that weird size that's on the back wheel on the Schwinn is an odd size. Yeah, oh man, the thorns, yeah, those really suck. But if you got the right protection in your tires, you don't have to worry about it. Let me see. Well, I guess we better pack it in for tonight. Guys, I got a few things to do still. And gotta get up early and do a bunch more things. Should see you sometime late morning, I don't know. Hopefully, if you're available, anyone, mid to late morning, like local time. I got a bunch of things to do early on. But after that, it's just like a waiting game. I'm gonna just hope somebody comes through and buys some stuff tomorrow. I got tons of stuff listed for sale. Bike parts and bikes and other stuff, so we'll see what we get. People need to start spending money though, I'll tell you what. But anyway, yeah. Have a good week, guys. Good Monday and beyond, and hopefully I see you tomorrow if you're available. But in any case, take care of yourselves. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon.